Hello, welcome to HBM's Crypto-Corner for Wednesday, January 15th, 2020. We have several things to talk about, so let's get started. Here we have what appears to be an unedited Bigfoot report from Arizona. Sent to Cryptozoology News by a 32-year-old accountant out of Tucson, Arizona on November 14th, 2019. The date of the sighting was actually November 12th. Reportedly lasted about 10 minutes. Man was hiking and apparently doesn't say what location he was in. I'm sure he wanted to make sure he wasn't looking at a person or a bear or something like that. Now, of course, as always, I'll leave the link in the description below so you guys can read the entire report for yourselves. Very fascinating. Now, here's an interesting Bigfoot report. Father and son encounter a Bigfoot in Arkansas. Happened in northern Arkansas. Obviously, that would be far away from the famous location of Falk and Boggy Creek. Sighting allegedly took place in August of 2017. At first seemed to be a beaver about 50 to 75 yards away from us upstream where the water is deeper, he said. But something seemed unusual about its shape. It started swimming back to the opposite bank and just stopped for about a second, then it rose out of the water. Now I know what I was looking at was massive because the water in that part of the creek is chest deep, and I vividly recall seeing the daylight between its legs. Now that's interesting that he thought it was a beaver at first. Obviously, when it stood up, if indeed it was a Bigfoot that he saw, then obviously it would have been much larger than a beaver. And certainly beavers don't stand up on their hind legs unless they're gnawing on a tree. And even then, they lean on the tree. Now I know what I was looking at was massive because the water in that part. Oh, read that part already. Sorry. In that part of the creek is chest deep, and I vividly recall seeing the daylight between its legs. Oh, same quote as before. Never mind. I got confoozled there for a second. Sorry about that. Anyway, very fascinating report, I have to say. If indeed it is an actual Bigfoot sighting. Now here's something that's a bit off topic, but is actually very timely. A cry for help. Let's save Australian wildlife. It's rather sad what's going on down in Australia. We have koalas and kangaroos and other animals being practically, these species are being practically wiped out by the devastating forest fires down there. We had a koala who approached cyclists for water. There is a link. You scroll further down. Here's a link where you can contribute. Obviously, I'm having a little bit of trouble here with this. Okay, it's back. Where you can contribute. Now look at that. Who wouldn't want to contribute to that? Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful little koala? says, please donate to help today. Definitely, this is a worthy cause, no question about it. So if you can, please give. If you can't, at least pass this link along on your social media, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you use, to at least get the ball rolling and get people to contribute if they can. If you can't, don't feel bad about it, but if you can at least pass the link along, that would be very helpful. Legend of Boggy Creek. The Blu-rays were scheduled to be released to the public and shipped out yesterday. Unfortunately, Pamela has not received them yet from her distributor, so she's still waiting for that. So that means you still have time to reserve your copy of this movie. It's available in the shop at legendofboggycreek.com. I'll show you some of the other merchandise they have. There's the Blu-ray. It's a Blu-ray / DVD combo. I think most of us are going to want to watch the Blu-ray because it's in 4K. It's high definition, high resolution. There's some T-shirts, women's T-shirts right here. There's a hoodie, a long sleeve shirt, two different varieties of T-shirt. This says orange, I guess for the sunset, and gold here. And then you got the poster and the baseball cap. So yes, you can order several items at legendofboggycreek.com /store/products.asp. You know, Pamela says she's got nearly 1,500 orders to fill for the Blu-ray, /DVD combo. 1,500. That's amazing. A lot of people really want to see this in high definition and in 4K. Me being one of them. I've already pre-ordered my copy. I've reserved my copy. I'm looking forward to getting a hold of it once it's released. You know, and if you know Pamela, if you live in her area, maybe you can volunteer to help her ship these out because she's by herself doing this. She's going to be by herself trying to ship 1,500 orders out. So if you're in her area and you know her, give her a little bit of a hand. She needs it. Anyway, I'm very excited to get this Blu-ray once it is released. So folks, just be patient with Pamela. She's trying the best she can. She's gotten this far. She's going to go further once the Blu-rays are released. Finally, here's some interesting news that I found out yesterday. There's a new series coming to History Channel called Ancient Monster Quest, premiering Saturday night, January 25th at 11 Eastern, 10 Central. Ancient Monster Quest examines the controversial theory that the monster known as Bigfoot may have existed in history. Native American tribes all over the United States have legends of Bigfoot that are both fascinating and terrifying. Oral traditions describe creatures that actively hunted people, especially children. Some believe these killings were happening into the 1800s. How do these legends correspond with ancient cave drawings that seem to depict giant hairy beasts? Why do Native American totem poles and legends share many common attributes? And was this a real creature that developed in Southeast Asia and eventually made its way to North America and even Europe? Ancient Monster Quest is a part of a series that will evaluate evidence that monsters and other mythical creatures existed and may have gone extinct in history. So this is going to be a series. That should be quite fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing this series once it debuts. The first episode is going to be a Bigfoot episode. Now, I don't know much more about this, other than what I'm seeing here on this page. I don't know much more about this series. This is the only information I could get. So apparently, I guess they're going to look into all kinds of cryptids. Hopefully this is not rehashed material from previous shows. Hopefully this is new stuff for 2020. I don't know who produces the show. I don't know anything about this show. I haven't a clue. It's called Ancient Monster Quest. I'm wondering if this is Doug Hychick. It's Monster Quest is part of the title. So who knows? But it should be pretty good. Should be really good. Should be pretty exciting. Well, with Expedition Bigfoot only having a couple more episodes to go. And speaking of Expedition Bigfoot, some very interesting stuff happened on the most recent episode. They did do a comparison of the footage with Russell in the same spot. But they really couldn't determine anything from that because it wasn't really exactly precise. So one thing they did was they used the fence posts below to attempt to take measurements. And whatever Russell got on film, on thermal, appeared to be larger than he was. Now, I'm not going to go out and say, yes, that's a Sasquatch he captured on therm. I'm still wondering if it's just a wayward crew member. I'm about, I guess, 50-50. 50-50. 50 it's a Sasquatch, 50 it's a wayward crew member. And they showed it to Dr. Russell Mittermeier, who is also a primatologist, much like Dr. Maria Mayer. And he seemed to be of the opinion that it was a wayward ape far away from its habitat in Africa. But again, I'm not willing to say, yes, it's a Sasquatch. Even Russell seemed to be pretty hesitant to say it was a Sasquatch. Bryce seemed to be a little bit more excited about it. And it's fine to be excited, but don't lose your objectivity. Eliminate everything else first before you say yes to Sasquatch. I think Ronnie may have been a bit too overenthusiastic as well. You know, and I'll say this: I don't know. I am no expert in how thermal cameras work. I'll say that up front. But I'm just not prepared to say and willing to say yes. This is Sasquatch they got on therm. Now, I've posted on the Expedition Bigfoot fan page on Facebook that I said they may have gotten something. They may have. But I'm hedging my bets. I'm not saying, yes, you got something. I'm saying you may have gotten something. But I'm not going out on a limb and saying, yeah, absolutely, it's a Sasquatch. No, you don't know that for sure. I don't know that for sure. They don't know that for sure. I mean, if it is, it is. But still, even with great thermal footage, it's not going to be enough to convince the skeptics. The only thing that's going to convince the skeptics is a body or a piece of body. And I sincerely believe that. I'm definitely pro-specimen. I think one should be I think one should be brought in to prove its existence. There may be those who disagree with me, and that's fine. Disagree with me all you want. I won't hold it against you. But I'm still of the opinion that at least one should be brought in for examination. And you can get all the thermal images in the world of Sasquatch. You get the best high definition footage up close. You can get National Geographic quality footage and photos. Still won't be enough because the Patterson Gimlin film wasn't enough, and it was the best we had back in 1967, and up until more developed cameras came along, it was the best we had. It still wasn't enough. So I may sound a bit bloodthirsty. I may sound like a cruel person, but I'm not. I'm not cruel. I don't think I am. I myself would never go hunting for a Sasquatch. But if someone wants to do it, that's fine. If there's someone out there who thinks they can take one down, then I'm all for that. As long as the proof is there. I just want proof. I just want validation for what I saw. That's what I want. I'm sure that's what a lot of witnesses want. They want validation. That's what I want. I want validation. I know there are Bigfooters who say, well, I don't need validation. I had a sighting. I saw one. I know what I saw. Well, oral testimony, while it may hold up in court, it's not enough. I can tell you all day long, yes, I saw a white Sasquatch. But I'm not going to convince anybody just through telling what I saw. Because I don't have any proof. I don't have any evidence. All I have is my word. And for all you know, I could be lying my butt off. I'm not, but I could be. No, it's going to take a specimen. It's going to take a body or a piece of a body. That's what it's going to. That's all it's going to take. Nothing else to be accepted. And me telling you I saw one isn't going to be enough. It's just not. Now you guys can give your thought. Hey, listen, I would love to hear your thoughts. If you think a specimen should be brought in, or if you think I'm completely wrong, tell me in the comments. I'm encouraging you to tell me in the comments what you think. Do you think photographic evidence is enough? Do you think eDNA will do it? Do you think DNA will do it? Do you think hair samples are enough? Or do you agree with me that, yes, a specimen needs to be brought in? I won't hold it against you either way. Just tell me what you think in the comments. And that is going to do it for this week's HBM's Crypto Corner. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys continue to enjoy my programs. And this is my 5th year of doing this video podcast, by the way. 5 years now I've been doing this. And I've enjoyed every second of it. Would I ever go back to a podcast of this? I don't know, because this is a much more visual medium. You can actually see photos and videos that I'm presenting here, rather than just hearing audio of me talking to somebody. I personally think the visual medium is much more compelling and much more I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's much more, I don't want to say satisfying, but I think it's better, really. I think that the visual medium is actually better than the audio medium. And plus, you can get the links. I can give you the links directly from from below the video. Hard to do that with a podcast, but hey, I'm going to be doing this as long as I can, long as you guys want me to. And I know there are quite a few of you who are fans of mine. I know you do want me to. So I'm going to continue. And I enjoy this. I enjoy the heck out of it. And I'm going to continue to update you on different things that are going on. Now, I mean, there's not really much updates on the MNBRT birthday celebration conference. There haven't been any other speakers announced yet. But when I hear something, yes, I'll let you guys know. I'll let you know if I hear something new from Abe. Because I'm in pretty close contact with him. So anyway, again, thanks guys for tuning in. And again, leave your comments below on what you think Bigfoot should be done with Bigfoot as far as proof. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say. I'm sure you guys will tell me what you think and what should be done. So, fire away. And hey, y'all be good or be good at it. This is an HBM, Crypto Corner.